You say you want to break up, but you're afraid to hurt the other person. Can't be done, doesn't exist. If two people are breaking up, I guarantee you, as a matter of absolute fact, one or both person's feelings are being deeply hurt. There's a lot of pain, there's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of regret, there's a lot of letting go, there's a lot of fucking grieving. You can't break up with someone without there being pain. And I'm not saying this to scold you, I'm just saying this is fucking fact. So at some point, through the process, you're going to have to get over it. And it's not a matter of, oh, just get over it. It's through the process you will get over it. And you want to know the biggest way you'll get over hurting their feelings or get over doing what you need to do? Pain. One of the biggest truths I come back to with all of my clients is change will not occur until the pain gets bad enough. And pain will cause you to even override this block that you have that I can't hurt my partner. No, you'll get over it. Trust me. Just stay in the relationship a little longer, just a little longer. And eventually it'll get so bad. It's like, I don't even care. Listen, I'm not going to be deliberately hurtful, but I got to get out of this fucking relationship. But I want to answer your question. You said, well, where do I fucking start? You start, honestly, by you sitting the fuck down with a piece of paper, a bunch of pieces of paper and a fucking pen, and you write a letter. You write a letter to your partner that you know in advance you're never going to send. And I'm very serious about this because if you think you might send it or give it to them or hit the send button, you're going to edit what you have to say. And there's a very different reason. The purpose of this letter is not to communicate with your spouse. The purpose of this letter is for you to flush out all of your fucking feelings and all of your thoughts. Flush it and flush it and flush it and flush it in the strongest fucking language possible. You have to keep flushing out the biggest, longest, most intense, passionate, heart-rending letter you've ever fucking written. You need to do it. Why? Because you need to get all of your emotion out of you. You need to get all of your thoughts out of you because it's your emotion that's clouding your fucking judgment. It's all of your emotion that's going to make you make bad decisions in the moment, that's going to cause you to flare up in the moment. The reason I have people write these letters is they can get out, they can decharge so much of what's going on. And if you're not journaling, you should be journaling as well. But I say write that letter, write the letter a second time, write the letter a third time. Over the course of a few weeks, I'd say, till you purge out so much of the pain and the anxiety that you have. And not just regarding the relationship itself, but also regarding the breakup and how you feel and so on and so forth. Write those fucking letters, do the fucking journaling before you ever even go to the person. Then you go to the person and you simply tell the truth. Tell the truth about how you feel. Tell the truth that you need to end it. Tell the truth. And get it all out there on the table. They're going to be upset. They're going to rail against you. They're going to call you all sorts of names, whatever. If you fear for your safety, then obviously precautions need to be made. Maybe you need to do it through a lawyer, have them serve. But the bottom line is you just put your truth out there, let the chips fall where they will, but always stand up for what you feel and what you need to do. Have a kick-ass day. You want to know what the real secret of success is? It's not going after opportunities and saying yes to things and seizing opportunities and all that. No, the real secret to success is having the courage to say no. Saying no to all the things that are dragging you down, such as the longing for security, the need to have the safe route, the need to have people approve of you. And if you don't have courage to say no in the small things, that your own career will not flourish, because later in life, as you get more responsibility, as you make more money, as you have more influence, it's going to require even greater no's. And if you are not faithful in the small no's and the medium no's, you will not say no at the big times, the most critical times when there's greater responsibility. And so you're, in a way, you're stealing, S-T-E-E-L, steal your spine. You're making it stronger by having the ability to say no in the small things, because the no's get only bigger. So what are the things in your life that you know that you need to say no to? And when do you find the courage to do it? Because your life ain't going to fucking grow or expand or get richer or get fuller until you have the balls to say no. Have a kick. Don't go bad because someone cheats. Someone cheats because a marriage has already gone bad. Does that excuse the cheating? No, I'm not excusing cheating. But what I'm saying is there is a problem inside of the relationship that is causing someone to feel justified, which they're not, in going out and cheating. But here's the other piece of it, as I talk about in my book. Every problem that exists within a relationship, within a marriage, predates you ever knowing that person. It goes back to shit that you were taught about yourself, BS beliefs that you were taught about yourself that you can't even see, pain from your childhood, fears that accumulated in your life that are driving you to act in ways that are not your authentic self. You came into this relationship inauthentic. You came into this relationship not fully formed, but changed, sort of beaten up, bruised inside, and that's causing you to act in ways to make up for that pain, such as cheating. So, what's really going on in your relationship, what's really going on inside of you. And this is why people, when they say, oh shit, I've changed. No, you haven't, because you haven't gotten down to the core of what's really going on inside of you. You think you have, you're not even fucking close if you haven't gone back into that past shit. One of my favorite little anecdotes of all time is about General Douglas MacArthur, Supreme U.S. Commander, forces, blah, 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 American hero, leader, all these things. He arrives at a base, gets off a plane, and the first order of business, he has a full docket of business, but the first order of business is to review the troops. And he's walking down the line of soldiers, and he stops in front of a private. So here you've got the highest ranking officer looking in the face of the lowest ranking. And he says to that private, and this is a true story, private, button that button. And so the private, shaking, nervous, reaches out and buttons the breast pocket button of General Douglas MacArthur's uniform. MacArthur got on his plane, turned around, and left. Whose shit are you calling out when you possess the same shit? Who are you putting down? Who are you demonizing? Who are you calling the problem when you possess the same fucking problem? I was talking with a very old friend today, and I have no idea how we got on the subject, but she was telling me that when she was growing up, her father always said to you, sweetheart, you are beautiful. You're a beautiful woman, and you're very smart. And he said, and I'm always going to tell you that. And he said, you want to know why I'm going to tell you that? So that when the first guy comes along who tells you that you're beautiful, it won't be some new shock to your system and be the first time you've ever heard it. Think about that. By you withholding compliments about your child's inner beauty, their decision-making, their strength, their physical beauty, their creativity, their intellect, by you withholding compliments, you're essentially creating a vulnerability in your child, a susceptibility that when they do hear those words for the first time, they will innately feel like, holy shit, this is the greatest thing ever, and they will innately want to hold on to that person and not let go. And that creates a vulnerability, because if I don't want to let go of something because this is the first time I've ever had it, and oh my God, what if I never get it again? It creates a vulnerability, because then you'll sacrifice yourself potentially to keep someone who makes you feel a way that you've never felt before. So has it occurred to you that by sending negative messaging to your child, or simply an absence of positive messaging, you're actually creating vulnerability? You may think you're toughening them up, but you're creating a vulnerability for later in life when they do hear those words and they don't want to let go. So have you thought about your programming your child? And I don't mean that like a fucking computer. I just mean, what are the messages you're sending? And has it occurred to you that it behooves your child long-term for you to be instilling them with a sense of positivity and feeling good about who the fuck they really are? Have a kick-ass day.